Hey, what up, world? We out here in all the smoke in LA doing some epic shit, right? And I'm tired of seeing this shit on Instagram coming from basketball players, and that's why a lot of y'all losers. It's no way, if you ain't come from nothing, then you understand why people say they would rather 50 million and a championship. Because I care about being the best at what the gift God gave me. It would suck to play the game of basketball and never say you was the champion. You was never the best in the world. 50 million is enough for people who come from nothing. We know how to make that work. That 50 million is like 200 million to us. But it goes to show the people who struggled and the people who didn't struggle. Talking about, I'll take 100 million and fuck the championship. Nah, I'll take 50 million and that championship. But you're not a winner. You don't want to be the best. You just want to maintain them and just go along. Nah, that's the difference between a lot of the champions and y'all. Yeah, y'all made y'all money, but y'all wasn't the best at nothing.
Oh, Captain Jack! Steven Jackson's out here, boy. Captain Jack! Now, listen, Captain Jack made a point, and his point was poignant. Saying that he would take the 50 million. Now, let me tell y'all what this is based off of, right? They were basing this off of who would you rather be? An NBA player who made over $100 million and didn't have a championship versus like Robert Horry, who had 7 championships and have made $54 million in the game. And they had a former Indiana Pacers player and someone else who started this argument. They're giving this argument credit because it was just passed along like a blunt to other sports websites. And another sports former basketball player commented on it, but he was piggybacking off of somebody else's topic. So the people who originally done it was players who formerly was in the league who played normally for the Indiana Pacers. And basically was journeymen, but was still good players. Now, here's the thing. The issue was about the 54 million and 7 rings and all of these things. Would you rather take that or the $100 million? And Steven Jackson was like, yo, I'll take the 50 million in the championship because look, that's like 200 million to us on the street. Come on, Jack. I agree with your sentiments, but you got to understand, Jack, that's dumb. And the reason that is dumb, Jack, is for this reason here. Your kids can't eat no championship ring, dog. Especially if you was a role player as you were on the Spurs championship. You got a championship being with the Spurs. Does anybody credit you for that championship? When they think of the Spurs winning the championship, is Steven Jackson a part of that? They think Duncan, Ginobili, Parker, that's it, and Popovich. They not thinking, or they think, shoot, David Robinson, but then he was in his later years, but they don't think Steven Jackson, bro. So you keep raving about this championship as if, like, yeah, you played a part, but would they have won without you? Probably. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you were determining factor of these championships. You did contribute. I would not take that away from you, but you're acting as if the championship did something for you. It only really highlights the superstars of the league. Everybody else, there's people, Jack, who are selling their championship rings for money. So what does that tell you? Your kids can't eat championship rings, dog. People would rather have that 100 million. You see, everybody knows the details of of all the workings or what you would call the business of it. So they know. Like the rookies come in thinking like, okay, cool, we got a good team, we could make a run for this. Veterans be like laughing like because they know better. They there to get their bread, play ball, feed their family. They want to win and they gonna compete, but it ain't the end all be all of their existence. They not thinking like that. So they whole mentality is a completely just a bliss to all the garbage that's going on in the world with about we got to win a championship. Oh, it's only about 5-6 teams really feel they have a legitimate shot at winning it. Everybody else is like, yeah, all right, let's get our money. Because then at the end of the day, life is bigger than basketball, Jack. Doesn't mean they ain't winners. It's a lot of people that compete hard and want to win, but they know the deck is stacked against them. So they rather take the bread because that's going to take care of their family. Ain't about, yo, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go, what you going to do? Hit the block? Yo, I'm going to turn this 50 and I'm going to buy some bricks and put it on the street. I'm going to flip this and I'm going to turn this 50 into 2. Okay, you got a championship and you made about 50. What you do? What did you do, Jack? You see, the thing is, you didn't flip that to 2 or 100 million. You didn't flip that at all. Somebody had to help bail you out. You was out here struggling. Struggling to maintain. Couldn't keep the same lifestyle. Had to change things up. Now you in a different boat. So you were able to come up and you probably making more now than you was when you was playing almost. But you wouldn't have had these opportunities given to you. And this ain't based on you winning a championship for the Spurs. An organization that basically didn't want you. I don't remember the Spurs inviting you out for celebration day. I don't remember you being there. So that championship don't do nothing for you, Jack. It's just for you to say, hey, I won one. What has it done for Robert Horry? Robert Horry get mentioned. He got a podcast, but is Rob Horry in the Hall of Fame? No. So I would rather be T-Mac in the situation before I'm Robert Horry. Because T-Mac did something in the league that his name is going to be mentioned when they start mentioning greatest players of all time. They don't even mention Robert Horry, except for Robert Horry got more rings than Michael Jordan. But they ain't going to never put him in the category of Michael Jordan. Because he wasn't. But he cost the Pistons that championship in 2006. He was more responsible for the Spurs winning the championship. I mean, not in 2006, but what was that year? It was 2007 or it might have been 2009. No, it wasn't 2009. It was definitely like, probably 2005. We would have won back-to-back championship if it wasn't for Big Shot Bob. That game was over. And they just let Big Shot Bob go crazy. Mental breakdown. Now, there's so many different ways to look at what Jack is saying. Some people go, yeah, but I hear what he's saying. I know what Jack is trying to say. Like it's common sense of what he's trying to say. Like he's making it sound to seem like, man, y'all ain't winners. I mean, to the people he was pointing the message to, yeah, they're not winners. Those guys they don't care nothing. They just want the money. And that's why they got money. because those type of dudes are built different. And the type of dudes he's talking about, they ass kissers. And when you those type of people, you gonna have the money. You gonna take the money at every turn. But if you look at it, they were the face of their team, so they were aligned to get that money, the 100 millions and all of this. If you weren't the face of your team and you weren't the star of the team, you weren't getting that kind of money. So the question was, you saying you were gonna take the 50 million in the championship because that's basically what you was gonna be. You was gonna be the $50 million and a championship player. That was your extent of where you were gonna be on a team. You weren't gonna be the face of the franchise. When did they make you face of the franchise? Wasn't in Golden State when y'all had that miracle series and won? And y'all act like y'all won a championship in Golden State? That is like the weirdest thing ever, but we believe. I mean, I hear so much about that. And I'm like, damn, did they win a chip that year? We beat the champions. Look, you beat a team that was on its last leg when it won it the previous year. So you beat them in the first round. Congratulations. But that team was done when they won. That was their accomplishment. Now, going through the scenarios, you wasn't even the star there. That was Baron Davis' team. So you was never that guy to be in line to be the $100 million guy. So you don't know what that's like. You can't. You're talking about something that you couldn't understand yourself, Jack, because you never been that guy. You never been the number one guy on the team. You wasn't the first option. So you don't know what that life's like, Jack. So you only talking from a mindset of a $50 million player. So that's why you don't understand why somebody who's saying that, who's made 100 million plus, said, look, I'm gonna take the 100 million. Not because they can't flip that and get that. They have more opportunities to make that into 200 million than you do. Y'all ain't never come from nothing. That's why. Y'all ain't never go up against nothing real. That's why. That's not true. There's plenty of people that would rather take the money than the championship. Not to say they wouldn't compete. You think AI didn't compete for a championship? You think AI didn't come from nothing? You see what I'm saying? It's like, I understood what he was saying, and I understood it to the people he was saying it to. It's just that he's talking from a sense of rhetoric. It's not reality. Because Captain Jack is talking from his mindset on what he thinks it should be and what it should appear to look like. For me, it's entirely different because you have a scenario in which all of these people that's around you, that's surrounding you, none of these people are ever going to make a difference, going to change you, going to do a lot of different things in this world. A lot of people are going to look at the world differently. A lot of people are going to say, more money, take the money, fool. This is why Carmelo Anthony, even though he was the first option on his team, he said, I'm not going to take the risk of taking less money to try to win a championship in Miami. I'm going to stay here in Colorado and get my money. Melo wasn't stupid. He's saying, I'm going to take this long-term deal. Not finna take this short-term 3-year deal and gamble and saying, I'm going to you could renegotiate after 3 years. What if he gets hurt? You see, LeBron wasn't thinking like that. LeBron's thinking of a mind of a 20-year-old that we could play forever. But if you get hurt, that's going to hurt your renegotiation. And that almost happened to Dwayne Wade. If Dwayne Wade didn't recover and get back to some type of, rebound, he was done because he signed that 3-year deal and was hurt through the majority of it. So he took less money so that everybody could come along and get on the team. They all took a 3-year sweetheart deal. Then they were going to renegotiate after the 3-year deal. And Melo wasn't having it. He initially agreed, then realized after talking to his agent and seeing, it's like, do you want to go over there and be a role player with LeBron, or do you want to be looked at as the guy? And Denver is talking about making you the guy. Yeah, that was that. Well,
twisted filmography.
When you look at what you say, the endearing terms that are set, right? Talking about endearment. And don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. The banner down there for a reason. The Cash App is still Carcino. For those who want to support the page, Super Chat work. Yep, like, share, subscribe. Oh, I didn't get a chance to put up the Patreon yesterday. Something went wrong. It was crazy. I don't even know if I'm going to definitely hit up the Patreon today. I forgot. I got to go back and do that because that was crazy. It just went nowhere for no reason. And I was like, wait a minute. The hell? So, we should be correcting that very soon. Now, I'm going to get out of here and get ready. Got a lot of stuff we got to do today. Knock a lot of stuff down. Later on today, Colorado play Oregon. I decided to bet on Colorado and take the 21.5 points. I bet the over 70. So we're going to have to go from there. And that's a wrap. Good people. That is a wrap. Captain Jack, I can't agree with you on this. Take the money.